The world was locked down, but a different kind of lockdown was happening inside of me. 30 years I had lived, 30 years I thought I knew myself. Then came the box. My mother, bless her soul, was always meticulous. Every photo, every card, every memory, carefully curated in labeled boxes. "Just going through old times," she'd said, handing me one from the attic. "Thought you might like to take a walk down memory lane." Inside, amongst the faded Polaroids and hand-drawn birthday cards, lay a small yellowed envelope. My name scrawled across the front in my father's handwriting. Inside, a document that rewrote my entire existence, an adoption certificate. My life, as I knew it, fractured. The world outside grappled with a pandemic, but I was grappling with a truth so profound, it eclipsed everything else. I was living a borrowed life, a life built on a foundation of someone else's secret, my parents, my life. All suddenly felt like someone else's story. And I, a mere character thrust onto a stage without a script. The ground beneath me felt unsteady. The life I had known, the family I cherished, suddenly felt like strangers. Lockdown meant isolation, but also an unexpected gift. Time. Time to sift through the fragments of my past. Time to try and understand. Time to search. The adoption agency was my first lead, a beacon of hope in a sea of uncertainty. The woman on the phone, her voice warm, her words measured, confirmed what the document had already revealed. Yes, I was adopted. Yes, they had records. But information about birth parents was locked tighter than the world outside. Privacy laws, they called it. My privacy. The irony wasn't lost on me. They could tell me I was adopted, but not who had given me life. Days bled into weeks, weeks into months. My search became an obsession. Online forums, ancestry websites, DNA kits. I dove headfirst into the rabbit hole of my past. Every click, every late-night search, fueled by a desperate hope and a gnawing fear. Hope that I would find them, my birth parents. Fear of what I might discover. What kind of people were they? Why would they give me up? The questions were relentless, each one a shard of glass cutting deeper into the fabric of my identity. The email arrived on a Thursday, just another ordinary Thursday in a world still reeling from the pandemic. But for me, the world shifted on its axis. The subject line read, "DNA match found." My heart pounded against my ribs. This was it. The name listed below sent a chill down my spine. It couldn't be, could it? It was a name I knew, a name etched in my memory, a name that belonged to friends of my parents, a name I had grown up with. My mind raced. Memories flickered like old film reels. Summer barbecues, Christmas gatherings, their daughter Sarah, a year younger, with whom I'd shared countless childhood games. It was impossible. And yet, a phone call, a meeting, the truth, unveiled like a shroud, revealing the raw, undeniable reality beneath. My parents, the ones who had raised me, sat across from me, their faces etched with a pain I'd never witnessed. Their eyes, filled with a mixture of guilt, shame, and a desperate plea for understanding. They told me everything. The infertility, the pact made with their closest friends, the promise to give them a child. My child. The truth, once buried under layers of secrecy, now hung heavy in the air between us. Meeting her was like staring into a distorted mirror. Same eyes, same smile, same birthmark above the left eyebrow. She was the reflection I never knew I had, my twin sister, Sarah. The years melted away as we talked. Shared memories, different perspectives, two sides of the same coin. Yet, despite the instant connection, there was a chasm between us. A chasm carved by years of separate lives, different upbringings, and the raw, unfiltered resentment that simmered beneath the surface. She couldn't understand why I had been given up, why I hadn't been a part of their lives, why they had kept her, their biological daughter, while I was given away. The questions hung heavy between us, unanswered, echoing the turmoil within me. My adoptive parents, their faces etched with remorse, could only offer apologies. Apologies for the lies, the secrets, the life they had kept hidden from me. But apologies couldn't erase the past, couldn't mend the fractured pieces of my identity. As the world slowly emerged from lockdown, I found myself back at the beginning, adrift in a sea of unanswered questions, caught between the family I had always known and the one I had just found. The journey to unraveling my past had just begun, and as I stared at my reflection in the mirror, I knew one thing for certain. My story was far from over.